Hello and welcome back to Spread Some Magic 1928. Today we are going to make the Sirloin Gruyère Mac and Cheese that's topped with the Black Garlic Chimichurri sauce and Butter Crunch Garlic, whatever that is, from the 2025 Food and Wine Festival found at Disney's California Adventure. Now, let's start with the garlic butter crunch. I have fried garlic here, and that's what we're going to use. My guess is they cook garlic in butter until it's fried and crispy. The way I do this is I mince garlic, dry it in the oven, and then fry until golden. And then it keeps in an airtight container for about a month. So we have some of that to garnish with. For the sirloin, we are going to marinate it. So with all of this, there is a lot here. For a dinner, we need to utilize our time best. So the way I would do it is I would marinate the steak, and we're gonna do that with some Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Once that's set aside marinating, we're gonna make the chimichurri sauce. That way, when it sits a little bit longer than 5 minutes, the flavors can come together. So we're gonna need parsley and cilantro and dried oregano. You're gonna need black garlic, which I get mine off Amazon, but sometimes you can find them in Asian stores. A large shallot. I want you to mince a red jalapeno, and you need red wine vinegar, olive oil, probably salt and pepper too. I couldn't find red jalapenos at my stores. I do have these reddish orange shishitos, which I'm actually gonna use as garnish as well. And then while the steak's marinating and the chimichurri flavors are coming together, you're gonna make your mac and cheese. You need a shortcut pasta. Macaroni will do the trick. Heavy whipping cream, chicken stock, and we're gonna do Gruyere and Parmesan together. Salt and pepper, of course. And then dinner's done. No, and then you gotta cook the steaks, and then dinner's done. So let's get going. You're gonna wanna cut your steak into bite-sized chunks and then put them into a large bowl. I used about 2 pounds of sirloin. Next, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon kosher salt, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Mix well, cover, and set aside for at least 15 minutes. For the chimichurri, we're going to finely dice a large shallot and add it to a medium to large size bowl. Finely dice your chili pepper, removing seeds to reduce the heat, and add that to the bowl. Add 1 teaspoon salt and a half a cup of red wine vinegar, and give it a stir. I had to get a larger bowl. Next, you're going to peel 5 black garlic cloves. They come out of the husks pretty easily. Start chopping them, but also know that they are a little sticky. Chop it as fine as you like, and then add to the bowl. They're on the sweeter side, so I left some larger chunks. And then stir. Add 1 tablespoon dried oregano, and then you're going to chop a half a cup of cilantro and a half a cup of parsley. I decided to use my mini food prep processor thing and chopped it up as fine as I thought. I could have gone a little longer. And then you're going to add to the bowl and then remove any remaining stiff stems. To this bowl, you're going to add a 3/4 cup of olive oil, stirring as you add that olive oil. Taste and adjust your seasoning. Now it's time to boil our pasta. Be sure to salt the water as this adds flavor to the pasta. When it's at a rolling boil, add the pasta to the pot. Stir periodically and cook according to package directions. Drain when the pasta is done and set aside. Now it's time to make the sauce. Measure out 3/4 cup chicken stock and 1/4 cup heavy cream and set aside. You're going to finally grate or shred a 1/4 cup Parmesan cheese, and then coarsely shred 8 ounces of Gruyere cheese. Then mix the cheeses together. For the sauce, add 2 tablespoons of butter to a saucepan with a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. While the butter melts, heat a skillet over medium heat, add olive oil, And then when it's hot, add your steak bites. Leave to brown on one side. When your butter has melted, add 2 tablespoons flour and whisk until a paste-like consistency forms and it smells a little nutty. Then you're going to whisk in your chicken stock until fully incorporated. Leave to thicken and go flip your steak bites. Once your stock has thickened, whisk in the heavy cream and let it thicken again while checking your steak bites. When your sauce is thick, grab a wooden spoon and start adding your cheese a handful at a time. Once all the cheese is added and melted, it's time to add the pasta. Stir until well combined. And finish cooking the steak bites to desired doneness. It's time to plate it up. Put down a serving of that mac and cheese. It really is the star of the show. It is so good. Put as much as you want. And it's just, so cheesy. And then you're going to add your steak bites on top. And then the chimichurri on top of the steak bites. And that black garlic chimichurri mixed with the mac and cheese really is amazing and fantastic, and I will be making it again. Oh, and we got to also top with that crunchy garlic. Not needed, but it added a nice touch. Garnish with our pepper. Here it is, the Sirloin Gruyère Mac and Cheese with Black Garlic Chimichurri from the 2025 Food and Wine Festival at Disney's California Adventure. Let's dig in. It really is fantastic. That mac and cheese and black chimichurri, I cannot get enough or say enough about how good it is. Unbelievably good. You've got to try this. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and spread some magic wherever you are. Until next time.